な本人が語る。
I mean, just about every product that we developed went through a very long process. And us, they gave us the product, we would give them the notes. They would apply the notes, they would come back. It would be 50% of what we wanted and 50% of what we didn't want. And it just kept coming back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until we got exactly what we wanted. So it's a perfect marriage because they have an incredible, as Michelle said, attention to detail, and so do I.
The technology, and they're incredibly innovative, MTG is, and their attention to detail was, when I first came to meet them, and I believe it was 2010, it was very reminiscent for me of how M works, and how her incredible eye, she notices things that people would never notice. Like I was telling people today when I was doing interviews, and many of the people had seen the shows. And her incredible eye, she notices things that people would never notice. Like I was telling people today when I was doing interviews, and many of the people had seen the shows, and found it amazing that M would approve the socks of the dancers. But M approves the socks of the dancers.
The buttons.
And the buttons. We had to take it back to M several times for them to get the strength right.
Because several meaning like 50 times.
Basically.
For the clay mask, it was about consistency. It was about efficacy, like how does it feel when you use it? Do you really feel lifted? Do you really feel moisturized? All those things. So, and then like say the toner, for instance, for me, a big part of it was the smell. And rose is my favorite smell, but just getting that right smell, the freshness, the lightness. I rejected, I don't know how many toners.
Easily over 25 that you did see, and probably another 25 that I never even took to you. And so when I came to meet with MTG, I was impressed with their technology. Mm-hmm. They had to me, their strongest asset was their ability to create innovative, cutting-edge technology. And I knew that between Madonna and I, we could come up with, very advanced, cutting-edge skincare products that women would love for their not only efficacy, but the simplicity.
アンサーズだけに語ったマドンナ流美の秘訣とは？
So, first we use the skin wash. Like, say I come home from a night of doing a show. I use the skin wash, and then I use the serum. During the day, I use the eye serum and then the face serum. But at night, I just wash my face, use the toner, and then use the serum, and that's it. And simple. I mean, I think the thing I use the most is the serum and the rose toner. You can put it on, I use it for everything. I rub it on my dry knees. I put it all over my body. I wear it underneath my makeup. Sometimes I use it and I don't use moisturizer at all. But if my skin's really dry, I use it on the airplane where I'm always flying and your skin's always dehydrated. So the rose toner mist and then the serum to keep the moisture in is a perfect combo for flying. Anytime somebody rubs anything all over my body, it helps me relax.
I mean, 'cause you
the
train
warmth.
Yeah.
Like after I work out and take a hot shower, then I lay down and then I get the whole body treatment. Actually, I fall asleep.
Amazing.
It's my one moment of peace. Yeah. Well, I think we want to start off with just these products and see how they do. I mean, we still, as we've said, we haven't perfected the moisturizer. We have a massage oil. I think it's good to keep it small and see how things work and take off and how people react to them, and then from there build up the brand.
the difference here with her smiling.
This
Literally.
side looks 27, this side looks 25.
Only 2 years younger.
2 years. Where, because the remarkable thing about this clay, besides that it magnetically lifts off, is that it is very moisturizing. You know, and introducing, sharing some of Madonna's beauty secrets, if you will, with the universe. The first prototype that we saw was just the clay mask remover. And actually, because we do a treatment on Madonna that has a current that she loves, that they can get.
Wow. This is magnetic.
Yes, it is magnetic.
Wow. Miracle.
So the carbon is what is collecting all the impurities in your skin. And the iron is what's magnetizing it, the iron in the mud, to the magnet that we have here, which is what makes it so remarkable. So yes, it is magical in that. You should see the body one. The body one that we have actually will open your refrigerator door. That's how strong it is. It's quite remarkable. The current's going through you.
Right.
But for me personally, because I have the face serum and I love it, and everybody needs some serum on their hands. Nobody should be without it. And for me, once again, as I was speaking earlier with you, the face is just the beginning. Our hands are exposed all the time to the elements, right?
Right.
And most people ignore their hands. Take a smell, since the scent was the labor, and the rose was the love. No,
Yeah.
Madonna has an extraordinarily amazing nose. And as we've already discussed in today's interview, one of the beautiful things about her is her attention to detail, which is what makes this line so special. Is nothing, no detail was left unturned by her. Everything that you see here, she had a hand in. It wasn't, you know, just created. And she's once again, one of the messages that I want to get across so strongly is how involved Madonna is in every aspect of her skincare brand. And so the rose, as I mentioned, Madonna has a very incredible sense of smell.
最後にマドンナの専属スキンケアエステティシャンであり、今回の MDNA スキンのブランドアンバサダーでもあるミシェル・ペックから日本の女性への美のメッセージ。
A personal message for all women and Japanese women and myself is to be perfectly imperfect. My current lesson in life, which is what I could share, and happens to be appropriate for Japanese women and society as a whole, is that ability to see the beauty in our imperfections. And because in that, we are internally shifting. If I neglect my internal world, that is going to show up very quickly for me in the external world. So for me, it's working as diligently. You know, our world is so external, and so we need to look like this, and you know, we have all these ideals thrust upon us as women, and literally spending as much time developing my inner world, if not more time, as I do on the external world. That would be my message. And allowing yourself to embrace your human experience.
Beautiful message. Thank you so much. It
Thank
makes
you.
me strong.
Thank you for having me today and taking the time.
Thank you so
Arigatou
much.
gozaimasu.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you.
Thank you.